this will be my last video about crafting Waystones. I already did 2 with some tests, so on this one we're gonna do the ultimate thing, which will be using Exalted, using the Distilled, and use a Val Orb, so hopefully we can turn some of them to a T16. Don't forget to subscribe. Hello guys and welcome to one more video. This one we are talking about crafting Waystones. So there's several ways you can improve the drop chance of getting Divine Orbs, alright? We've been just doing some tests with crafting Waystones. Of course, there's some other tips and things you can do, which is regarding the towers, for example. So on these towers, you really want to look for ones that give you some rarity or even more experience if you want to level up. As you guys can see on this one, I'm getting these benefits, these modifiers that you guys are seeing on the screen with those tablets that you use on these turrets, alright? So these ones will be like this, alright? So you have a couple of these ones, these tablets, and some of them can give you some stuff. For example, this one will increase the chance to have an additional modifier on rare monsters. If they have additional modifiers, it means they are on an increased level of difficulty, and that means it will increase also the chance to get better things from that monster. So this is one of the things, it's tablets basically. You can choose, if you have a lot of them, you can choose the best ones. For example, this one increases the magic monsters, and you can only have 2 modifiers on these tablets, so if you have a lot, you can just craft them and choose the better ones to use on your turrets. Besides that, you also have the Atlas skills, alright? So on the Atlas skills, this is the one I'm currently using, alright? So this one, we are having some good effects, especially this one will increase the modifiers on rare and unique monsters. So as I said, if you're increasing the difficulty of them, the chance to get better items from them will be higher, alright? We also have a lot of increased pack size, because if there's more monsters, more chance to get good drops, and if you already have a lot of rarity, at least 100 to 150 increased rarity with your gear, this is a really great way to go. So basically I have a lot of increased monsters and pack size on these ones. We have a higher chance to drop a higher tier with Waystones. Monster packs again, this one is pretty good, will increase 40% chance depending which biome you are using. So basically biome is the type of map. If it's a grass, desert, forest, mountain or swamp, you will have 40% chance increased for those things. Jewels, drop gold, basically if you want something from the year. Like imagine if you want more jewels, you really want to look for the ones with forest. If you want more barriers or ultimatos, will be desert, mountain, will be more gold. So basically this one is one of the best nodes you can use on your Atlas tree. And then I have a couple more with the double effect of precursor tablets. This one to increase the effect of explicit modifiers on your Waystones. And with this, when they drop, probably they will have already some modifiers, and this way you don't need to invest so much resources on those tablets. Of course, there's other things you can invest as well, like corrupted Waystones are corrupted, an additional time when used to traverse a map, or this one have more 25% chance more effect on prefix modifiers. So this one will increase the effect of your modifiers. So if you have modifiers like with increased rarity or something like that, this will increase 25%. So this is a really good one to use as well. Probably I'll be changing this and try to get this one, and we'll see how it goes. But what I want to do in this video is really show how is the best way to craft your maps, the ultimate way, and get the most of it. So I have a couple of maps here, and we are getting all of those, and we are choosing 10 of them. I'm gonna do Excel file with how much I invested and everything, and then we'll go from that, and then I'll show you all the data. So as I said on the first video, the first thing I want to do is increase them all to rare ones, which I'm gonna do now. So basically we just want to use some of these resources, which are very cheap, and then we're gonna choose some of them. Okay, so we have this one with increased rarity. Okay, this one has increased rarity. This one has magic monsters, don't think I'll take this one. Increased rarity. Increased rarity is not so high, but it's good. This one in magic set, we have rare monsters. This one, there's nothing we want. Neither this one. This one doesn't have anything either. Of course, if you increase these modifiers, if you add more modifiers, of course there will be a chance to get the modifiers we want, but since I have so much maps, I just prefer this way, because this way I don't need to invest so much. So I've not invested any Exalted Orbs yet, so I'm gonna invest some on these ones, just to see if I can get some rarity on this. So let's just try this one. Okay, this one doesn't give anything, so I already invested 3 on this one. No, I'm not gonna invest anything more. Okay, this one is good. So we have 9 at the moment. I just need one more. Already invested 5 Exalted here. Okay, nothing on this one. Magic monsters, I don't want magic monsters. Okay, and increased rarity. So I think I invested maybe around 10 Exalteds at the moment. So 10 Exalteds, and now we're gonna level up all of these. So I have 20 there. So let's invest on these ones. Okay, so at the moment I already invested around, so I had 20, 19, 29 Exalteds at the moment. I invested 29 Exalteds. Next thing, the ones I have rare monsters, I'm gonna increase the rarity. The ones with increased rarity, I'll increase the rare monsters. But I'll show you all of this. But first, I'm just going to buy some of these distilled grids and paranoia, which we're gonna use on this video. I invested around 40, 50, 60, 79. So at the moment I invested 79 Exalted on these distilled paranoia and grids. As I shown to you guys, they have different effects. This one will increase the rarity, the grid one, and paranoia will increase the rare monsters, alright? And they will give you delirious. So on this one we have number of rares, so we're just going to increase the rarity on this one. So 3 there. Then this one, we already have rarity. We have 55, so we're gonna add 1 of these and 2 of these to increase the monsters and a little bit of the rarity. This one, we have rarity as well, so on this one, we really want to increase the rare monsters. This one, we have rarity and we want to increase rare monsters. Probably I will need to buy some more. This one, we have increased rarity, so we want to increase rare monsters. This one, we have increased rares, but it's just 23%. But I will increase rarity on this one. Then this one already has increased rarity. We can increase the rare monsters. This one is just 21, but we'll increase just the rarity. So you just want to look for a balance, okay? A balance between having rarity and having rare monsters, alright? This one we already have rarity, but I don't have more of those potions, so I'll use these ones with grid that will increase the rarity, and that's okay. Alright, so we got everything we need. I invested 79 and I've not used everything, but that's fine, okay? So we have 10 maps here. The next step is to use Vol Orbs, and hopefully we can turn some of these to T16s. So we have 1 T16 here, 1 T14, T15, 15, 16. Alright, so pretty worth it. We have a T15 here. This one turned to a T16, so we got 3 T16s at the moment. And we did an investment, so let's see how much is a Val Orb at the moment. So a Val Orb, it's 3 Val Orbs, each one is exalted. We invested 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We invested around, let's say, 4 exalted. So the total investment, I'll increase it a little bit to 85 exalteds between the exalteds we used, exalted to get some more distilled, and exalted to get chaos orbs. So around 85, and now I'm gonna farm all of these maps and then I'll show you what did I got from all these 10 maps. We just did 10 runs with maps with full distilled, Vol Orbs on it. We did 3 T16 maps with loads of stuff. I cleared all this way around here, basically. So I got some tablets on these towers. As you guys can see, I have much more stuff going on here. So the moment I got these 3 towers with more rarity, more increased monsters and stuff, as you guys can see, we have loads of stuff. Quantity, rarity, increased spec size. Once we got this, the drops were just crazy. I didn't got any Divine Orb or Mirror or anything like that, but I can say the drops were much better than the ones I tested before. So if not watched my previous video, I have these Excel files with all the drops that I just can show you and will be easier to go from here. So I did this yesterday, Paranoia with Grid and the Rarity Must Rare and Rare Monsters, and I got a Divine Orb from these ones, and from these ones the profit was 432 Exalted, but I got a Divine Orb at this moment was 297, today is 313, so guys, really good profit. And this one I didn't got any of Divine Orb, but the profit was still 218. But what about these today? Because these ones were not corrupted with a Vol Orb, but the ones from today are corrupted, ones I just did. And the results are pretty good. I must say the drops are much more. I dropped so much yellows and uniques. The total drop of uniques was 48. Let's see, from yesterday was 44, so it was a bit more. And Exalted, I mean, it was really good, especially this one that was with Boss, Corrupted, Irradiated, was a swamp map, and the yellow items that dropped was so much. I'm not counting with the yellow items you got from these maps, but while I was doing the maps, I just sold one for 200 Exalteds, which I'm not counting on this calculation, but keep in mind, if you get more yellows, there's more stuff you can sell, and on these maps it dropped tier 5 and tier 4 items. And for the people that don't know, the higher the tier on an item, the higher the stats can be, alright? So if you just drop a normal yellow item with higher stats, if you got a tier 5 item with the same type, the modifiers can be much higher than just a normal item. So on this one we got 48 uniques, we didn't got any divines, we got 14 chaos orbs. A chaos orb at the moment is 7.6 exalted, so I just got 147 exalted just from there. I got a lot of exalted orbs, some gem coaters, orbs of alchemy, no perfect or greater jewels, but I got 3 white sapphire rings. And this is another thing, if you don't know, a white sapphire ring it's being sold between 20 to 25 exalted, so I will be getting, I have not sold them yet, but I'll be getting around 75 exalted just from that. And I got Vol Orbs and 110 simulacrums. You can use them, but if you don't want to use them, you can sell them on the currency exchange and will be worth it 42 exalted. Alright, so the drops were really good, and this is the thing that you should be doing. Alright, if you already have a good gear, because if you instill these maps and if you corrupt them, there's a chance they can turn to a tier 16, and if they turn to a tier 16 they will be higher because the monsters will be one level above, and this way they have higher chance to drop better items, but also they will be harder to kill. So it's really good to keep this in mind. You need to have a good gear, you need to be comfortable doing a tier 15 at the moment to be able to do this. You need good gear, you need good damage, and if you already think that you are doing perfectly all those tier 15s, that's the right moment to start instilling your Waystones and corrupt them to turn to a tier 16. I even did the Citadel with a tier 16, and it increased a lot the drops and the chance to get better drops. And I also did all of this with 200 rarity at the moment, that's what I'm using. 200, I don't think you need this much. 100 to 150 is more than enough to increase your chance. As far as I know, 100 doubles your chances for drops, and above that, of course it will increase your rarity, but will not be so much as you start on 100. So guys, if you are just reach this endgame content and you want to improve your chances to get divine orbs and better loot, this is the way. I've not looked at all the items I got. As you guys can see, I have a lot. I have my sapphire rings here, and I have a lot of items that I've not touched because it was so much yellow items that I was like, oh my god, not gonna do anything of this. I'll leave it for later. I just want to finish this video and explain guys what did happen. So just a last look, this was what I got. Alright, 282, I invested 85 exalted and I got 282 exalted profit from it, excluding all the yellows and the items I'm going to sell. So I just got 200 exalted just from one of those items. So I didn't put the exalted on the right place, so you guys can see I have my exalted here, the 200 that I sold, that I got from selling the item. So 200 plus all of that and the items you can sell. This is the best profit you guys can get, and this is a really good way to do it. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any comments, any suggestions, I'm happy to receive them. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave that like and subscribe to my channel. It helps me a lot and supports all the content I'm doing. Thank you so much for watching this video, and see you next time.